Hi, my pro babes. I see y'all working on y'all cardigans. I'm so excited for y'all. I do see a few questions in the comments, so I want to go over some of those questions just to give some help, some assistance to any questions that you may have. First and foremost, this is the yarn that I use. It doesn't not matter what brand, but you definitely want this chunky type of yarn. This is by Yarn Bee, Eternal Bliss. I get mine from Hobby Lobby. You can do Michael's. Hobby Lobby, I like them because they typically have a sale every other week. This week is the sale week, and today is November 25th. So the next sale week will be the week after. It goes 30% off. Right now it's $7.99, so it'll be about $5. Okay. Now let's go through the quantity of these that you need. So if you're doing a crop cardigan, typically for the average person, you're just going to need about 6 skeins of yarn because it's not going all the way down. It's just going to your hip. Now, if you want it to be longer, then of course you're going to probably need more skeins of yarn. But for the pattern that I do, you're going to need 6 of these for a crop cardigan. For a mid-length, you're going to need about 8 or 9, and that comes between your ankle and your calf. It's like at the calf, if you don't want it to drag to the floor, because these things get heavy. For a long one, you are definitely going to need about 10 or 11 or more. This number depends on how tall you are. I'm 5'4", so I need about maybe 10. I think this is a finished one, and she is, well, it's not finished because I gotta add the flowers, but the cardigan part is done. She is 5'2", so I did not want to make it super long because she's shorter than me. So for her, since she is shorter than me, I'm gonna step back. This is how far it falls down. See, it's to my ankles. So yeah, it's a little bit right there. So it's going to fall, it's going to drape for her. She's 5'2" and I'm 5'4". Well, that's what I'm told I'm 5'4". I used to think I was 5'5", y'all. And then my friends humbled me real quick. I was 5'5" with brown eyes, caramel complexion. But anyway, I was saying they some haters, but the video wanted to cut off. Whose side you on? But anyway, that is the information for starting off. Okay. Let me see what other questions there were. So yes, in my first video, my initial video before I did the crop one, I had just started. I didn't know about burning the ends to fuse them. So you can tie them together, but I actually like a seamless effect. So using a lighter to fuse the ends together. Just be careful because that yarn burns fast. But it's the lighter, the heat is like glue. You know, it melts the yarn and it's like glue and you can stick them together. What else? Starting off your foundation chain. Starting off, you just want to tie it in a knot. This is the start. The numbers that I use is even numbers. So for standard cardigans, you want to chain 16. The reason why you're doing an even number is because you're going to just do one side and just do another side. You're going to break away, and those are going to be your panels because you got to have an opening. There is no neck. There's no neck part. It's just it's going to drape over. So you do 16. If you are plus size, I would do 18. You just want to increase it a little bit because these are already like oversized. You don't want these things get heavy. So plus size, I would say maybe you do 18. 18, between 18 and 20. That way when you do your panels, you'll do what's 18 divided by 2? Was 20 divided by 2? You'll do 10 and 10. So yes. So you start off, you should already know how to do this because I showed you. All you doing is you just making a chain. You're gonna do 16. That's our magic number. That's gonna make it like, not too tight. If you're a little bit smaller, if you're petite, then you can do 14. So I'm not going to show you how to create the cardigan because we already did that. However, I will go through some of these questions. Let's see. I did the tie. Okay, you can tie it or you can burn it. I like burning it. So like I said, the neck, there isn't a neck part. It's just going to let me show you. See? So you're going to start, we're starting from the bottom. I like these sleeves aren't here. You're starting from the bottom. Your foundation chain is all the way down here. You are knitting all the way up till you get to a certain point. Your certain point is how long you want it. So from your shoulder to the floor, or however long you want it, that's how long your back panel is going to be. Once you get to that measurement, now you're only going to work one side of your cardigan. You're just going to work this side. You're only going to do 8 back and forth, 8 back and forth, all the way till you get all the way to the bottom, to the same height as the back. Okay? Then you're going to attach some yarn to the other panel because this is not here yet. Then you're going to attach some yarn and you're going to do the other 8. So it's going to be like 2 flaps. Once you're done, this is the inside. It's going to be 2 flaps. Now you need to sew them together. You need to sew this side together and you need to sew the other flap to the back panel. Once you do that, you'll have a cardigan with no sleeves. It'll be like this. It'll be like that. Now you gotta attach some sleeves. You're gonna attach some yarn. You're gonna count. I like to do 12 rounds. 12. Put a stitch marker. Just keep counting 12, going around, 12, till you reach a length. This only needs to be like from here to here. It just need to be like 14 inches. Okay, so I do see somebody mention that theirs was a little stiff. You have to be aware of the tension. So the tighter you make this, the heavier it's going to be. So don't be afraid of like little spaces and little holes. I know some people like theirs tight, but this yarn is heavy. So the tighter, you might have to use more yarn because you're filling those gaps in. So just loosen up a little bit, What else? Thank y'all for the nice comments too, like keeping it cute, keeping it nice. I really truly appreciate it because This is my craft, this is my art, and I'm really sensitive about my stuff, so I do appreciate that. Okay, so someone said the panels looking like nothing. It's so silly. The stitches are showing, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm making a loop behind the previous loop. Okay, so what did I say? Okay, so if you're a beginner, the best thing for you to do is count. So if you started off with 16, then you need to, your next row, you need to count. You need to turn TV down. Turn TV down. Tell whoever's talking to you, like my child be talking to me, go on upstairs. When I first started going upstairs, I'm trying to count. So your best bet is going to be counting your stitches, because you need to practice on feeling for the yarn, knowing what you're doing. So if you are messing up in that way, count. Also, when you start off this foundation, it's so hard. You have to kind of like mold it in a sense. So because that first foundation chain, now you're going up. So you have to force it up. You have to remember this going up. You got to keep in mind that's going up. The next one going up. You kind of got to, that first row, first couple rows, you just got to keep in mind that that's what you're doing. Okay? And then when you get to the end, then you come back. Do not turn your work. You just going, don't turn your work. Okay, somebody wants to see the back. This is the back. So this is where we started. We started from the bottom, no sleeves. You start from the bottom, 16. You come all the way up. When you get to the shoulder, now you're gonna stop doing 16, and you're just gonna do 8. Don't do one side, just 8. You're gonna do 8 going all the way till you finish one side. Once you get to that length, then you're gonna attach some yarn. You're gonna do the remaining, the 8s, going all the way down. All the way down. Then you cast off. And don't forget, each front panel must be connected to the back panel. First, turn your work inside out, then sew them together. You're going to attach the sleeves. So you need to attach some yarn to your panel. And then you just want to count 12. 12 is one round. Your next round, 12. Your next round, 12. You're going to keep doing that until you get to the length. You want to make sure this is not really, really stupid long. Once you finish that, cast off, attach some yarn again, and do the other sleeve. 12. You have to feel around. You just got to feel around for spaces for the sleeves. I hope I was in the frame. Okay. This one that I got on is not done because she wants sunflowers. Then I got a lint roll, stretch it out a little bit. Side panels are even. They are divided even. You want them to be the same length as your back panel. And you want them to be the same length. They are identical. I am interested in doing one-on-one classes. I'm going to start at the beginning of the year. I think that's it, guys. It's not super heavy. It's manageable. It's, it's like wearing like a mink coat, I guess. It's not super heavy. Unless, like I said, you make it dense where it's like the stitches are super tight. And that's another thing. That's another reason why I chose like 16. I feel like this is average size. Now I think that's all the question. I mean, I think I went over most of the questions that I saw that was like that stuck out. But please leave some comments if I didn't go over your question. Also, I'm gonna do another tutorial because this one, like I said, is just answering questions, but it is kind of hard, like trying to explain, and because this thing's so big, it takes up the frame of the camera or whatever. But I'm probably do another cardigan, maybe a long one, so you guys can see. The short one was just easy to do because it's shorter, easier to record. But and I'll do a brighter color because that one was black, so I'll do something like this one. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I love y'all. And I'll see you again soon. Leave your comments, okay? And make sure you subscribe, share, and like.